Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to share something with you that might shake the foundation of how you see your life, your work, and most importantly, yourself. Because too often we get caught in a cycle, a loop of daily routines and endless tasks that makes us forget one essential truth. You are not here merely to exist or to survive. You are here to thrive, to evolve. Look around you. The world is changing faster than ever before. Jobs that once felt secure are now fleeting. The demands of life grow heavier and the pressure to keep up can be overwhelming. But what if I told you that the secret to not just surviving, but truly winning in life doesn't lie in how hard you work at your job? What if the true game changer isn't in the hours you put into your career, but the hours you dedicate to yourself? This is not just motivational talk. It's a wake-up call. You were born with potential far beyond what your job title can describe. You were designed to grow, to adapt, to build strength and resilience. Yet, too many of us pour all our energy into our careers, climbing ladders that might not even lead to fulfillment. We hustle, we grind, but in the process, we forget to invest in the most important project we will ever have. The person we see in the mirror every day. Think about it. Your job can be taken away, your position can be replaced, but your mind, your skills, your character, those are your true assets. They cannot be taken away if you nurture and grow them. Working harder on yourself than you do on your job means shifting your focus from temporary gains to lifelong growth. It means building habits, mindsets, and resilience that empower you to handle whatever life throws your way. When you work harder on yourself, you build a foundation that no layoff, no economic downturn, and no change in company policy can shake. You create an internal strength that carries you through challenges and opens doors to opportunities you might never have imagined. This journey is not easy. It demands courage to leave your comfort zone, discipline to stay consistent, and patience to trust the process even when results seem invisible. But the rewards? They are priceless. Imagine waking up each day knowing you are growing, learning, and becoming stronger. Imagine the confidence that comes from mastering your mindset, improving your skills, and enriching your character. This is what true success looks like, not just the numbers on your paycheck, but the growth within your soul. So if you want to truly level up, if you want a life filled with meaning, purpose, and lasting fulfillment, it starts here. It starts with the decision to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Today, I invite you to join me on this journey, a journey of self-investment, growth, and transformation, because the most valuable asset you will ever own isn't your title, your office, or your paycheck. It's you. Let's get started. The wake-up call. Listen to me closely, because this might be the most important message you hear today. You were not born just to wake up, go to work, come home, and repeat the cycle until your life runs out. No, you were born to rise, to evolve, to grow, and to become the best version of yourself every single day. But that transformation doesn't happen by accident. It happens by choice. It happens by working harder on yourself than you do on your job. Look around you. Some of you are showing up early every morning, putting in extra hours, sacrificing weekends, all for the sake of climbing the ladder or hitting that next deadline. You're grinding hard, giving everything you have to your job, to your career, to your paycheck. And that's commendable, don't get me wrong. Hustle is necessary. But what happens when you stop there? What happens when you pour all your energy into your job, but neglect the most important project you will ever work on, yourself? Is the cold, hard truth. Your job can be taken away from you in an instant. Your job can be replaced by someone younger, cheaper, or faster. Your job does not define your worth, your identity, or your future. But you are the constant in your life. You carry your thoughts, your dreams, your fears, and your strengths everywhere you go. And if you don't invest time, energy, and hard work into developing your mind, your character, your emotional health, and your skills, then all the hours you spend at work will eventually feel meaningless. Imagine this. You could have the highest salary, the most prestigious job, but if you're not growing internally, if you're not evolving as a person, you will feel stuck. You'll feel unfulfilled. You'll wake up one day and realize you've been working hard but not working smart on yourself. Ask yourself, who am I becoming as I chase this paycheck? Am I growing stronger, wiser, more disciplined, or am I just surviving? Because here's what nobody tells you. True success is not about what you do from 9 to 5. True success is about who you become during those hours and beyond. It's about the habits you build, the mindset you develop, and the resilience you nurture. If you spend 8 hours a day working on your job, dedicate at least 2 hours a day to working on you. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to podcasts that inspire you. Meditate or pray to center your spirit. Exercise to strengthen your body. Write down your goals and dreams. Learn new skills that will expand your horizons. Reflect on your purpose and your why. The investment you make in yourself will pay dividends in every area of your life. It will give you clarity when the chaos hits. It will give you confidence when doubt creeps in. It will give you strength when you feel like giving up. Remember, your job may feed your bank account, but personal growth feeds your soul, your future, and your legacy. So if you want to truly level up in life, if you want success that lasts and fulfillment that runs deep, start by working harder on you than you do on your job. This is your wake-up call. This is your moment. It's time to shift your focus and realize that the most valuable asset you have is you, the power of self-investment. Let's talk about self-investment. What does it really mean to invest in yourself? It's more than just reading a book or taking a course. It's a commitment, a daily commitment to becoming the best version of who you can be. When you work harder on yourself than you do on your job, you are planting seeds for long-term success, happiness, and freedom that no paycheck alone can buy. Think about this. Every hour you spend learning a new skill, cultivating discipline, managing your emotions, or improving your health adds value to you. It's an investment that no one can take away. Your job might change, your company might go through layoffs, or the economy might shift, but your personal growth is something permanent. It's an asset that compounds over time. Most people work hard at their jobs because they want financial security, recognition, or advancement. And that's okay. Those things matter. But here's what separates the truly successful from the rest. They don't just work for money. They work on themselves. They understand that their mindset, character, and abilities are what make all the difference. Ask yourself, are you developing skills that will make you indispensable? Are you building habits that boost your productivity and mental toughness? Are you learning how to handle stress, setbacks, and failure with grace? Are you expanding your network by meeting new people and building relationships? Are you nourishing your mind and body with positive influences? If the answer to any of these is no, then it's time to change your priorities. Because the truth is, when you become better, everything around you changes too. Your job becomes easier, your confidence grows, and opportunities start to open up, sometimes in ways you never expected. Think of self-investment like compound interest in a bank account. The more you put in today, the more you'll have tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. It's not always immediate, and it requires patience and consistency, but over time it creates an unstoppable momentum. Here's another powerful truth. When you work harder on yourself than your job, you build resilience. Life will throw challenges your way, stress, rejection, failure, criticism. But the stronger you become internally, the better equipped you'll be to face those challenges without breaking down or giving up. You develop mental toughness, emotional intelligence, and self-confidence. You start to believe in yourself in ways that no external validation can match. This kind of growth also impacts your relationships. When you improve yourself, you attract people who uplift you, who inspire you to keep moving forward. You stop settling for toxic connections and start building a circle that pushes you toward greatness. So start today. Identify one area of your life where you can invest more time and energy in yourself. It could be reading daily, exercising, journaling, learning a new skill, or even just carving out time to reflect on your goals. Make a plan and stick to it. Remember, your job will always demand your time and energy, but you are your lifelong project. The work you put into yourself will pay off in every part of your life. It will give you freedom, confidence, and a sense of purpose that no job title can ever provide. If you want to create a life of meaning and success, start working harder on yourself, because at the end of the day, your most valuable asset is you overcoming the comfort zone. One of the biggest obstacles to working harder on yourself than on your job is the comfort zone. It's natural to want to stay where things feel safe, predictable, and familiar. But the truth is, growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. It happens when you push yourself beyond what's easy or comfortable. Your job might feel like a comfort zone. You know what's expected, you know your routine, and you know how to get through the day, but that routine alone will never lead you to extraordinary success or fulfillment. If you want to become the best version of yourself, you must challenge that comfort and push yourself into new territory. Think about it. Every time you learn something new, face a difficult situation, or take a risk, you stretch your limits, you expand what's possible. That's how skills are built. That's how confidence is born. But it requires courage. So why do so many people stay stuck? Because change is scary. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or the fear of uncertainty holds us back. But what if you flip that fear into motivation? What if you told yourself, I'm not afraid to grow. I'm not afraid to try, to fail, and to get back up. Here's something important to remember. Every successful person you admire started somewhere uncomfortable. They had to face doubts, setbacks, and fears. But they didn't let those feelings stop them. Instead, they used them as fuel. Now imagine what your life would look like if you made a habit of stepping outside your comfort zone every single day. Maybe it's speaking up in meetings, learning a new software, waking up earlier to work on a side project, or investing time in developing a healthy habit. These small steps add up. They build momentum. They reshape your mindset. Working harder on yourself means embracing discomfort, because that discomfort signals growth. When you feel challenged, don't retreat. Lean in. When you make mistakes, don't be discouraged. Learn from them. When you face rejection or failure, don't quit. Use those experiences as stepping stones. Also, understand that your comfort zone isn't just about work or skills. It's about your entire mindset. Are you open to feedback? Are you willing to change habits that don't serve you? Are you ready to let go of limiting beliefs? It's time to rewrite the story you tell yourself. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I'm getting better every day. Instead of saying, this is too hard, say, this is how I grow. When you shift your inner dialogue, you empower yourself to take action. You'll remember, the job you have today doesn't define your future, but the person you become does. The more you push yourself beyond what feels comfortable, the stronger, wiser, and more capable you become. So don't settle for the easy path. Choose growth, choose challenge, choose to work harder on yourself, because that's the real game changer. That's what leads to not just a better job or more money, but a more fulfilling life. Your comfort zone might feel safe, but it's also where dreams go to die. Break free. Take the first step outside. You'll be amazed at how far you can go. The power of consistency in self-improvement. When it comes to working harder on yourself than on your job, one word stands out above all: consistency. You might hear this a lot. Consistency is key. But many people underestimate just how powerful this simple principle really is. Consistency is the bridge between goals and achievement. It's not about sudden bursts of effort or random days of hard work. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, even when you don't feel like it, and making small improvements that compound over time. Think about your job. Maybe you clock in at the same time, follow your tasks, and finish your duties day after day. You're consistent in your work. But what if you applied that same level of consistency to yourself, to your mindset, your skills, Working harder on yourself requires daily commitment. It means dedicating time to learn new skills, read books, practice new habits, or reflect on your progress. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to meditate or journal. Maybe it's setting aside time each evening to study or practice a hobby that builds your confidence or creativity. Here's the secret. You don't need to make massive leaps all at once. In fact, small, consistent actions are much more effective than occasional, intense efforts. Imagine improving just 1% every day. It doesn't sound like much, but over a year, that 1% growth compounds to almost 38 times better than where you started. That's the magic of consistency. But consistency requires discipline. It means resisting distractions, overcoming procrastination, and choosing long-term gains over short-term comfort. It's about saying no to instant gratification and yes to the harder but more rewarding path of self-growth. Another critical piece of consistency is patience. You might not see immediate results when you work on yourself. Personal growth is often slow, invisible, and challenging, but that doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Keep going, trust the process, and remember that every small step forward is progress. Consistency also builds momentum. When you commit to working on yourself daily, you start to build habits that become automatic. Your motivation doesn't have to be at 100% all the time because your habits carry you through. That's when self-improvement becomes sustainable and powerful. One practical way to stay consistent is to create a routine or system that supports your growth. Set realistic goals, track your progress, and celebrate small wins. Surround yourself with people who encourage your journey and hold you accountable. Remember, working harder on yourself doesn't mean ignoring your job or responsibilities. It means prioritizing your personal development alongside your work. Because when you grow as a person, your job becomes easier, your skills improve, and your opportunities multiply. At the end of the day, the person you become is far more important than the position you hold or the paycheck you earn. Invest in yourself consistently. Make it a non-negotiable part of your life. When you do that, you're not just working harder, you're working smarter. You're building a foundation for lasting success, happiness, and fulfillment. So ask yourself, are you consistent in your efforts to grow? If not, start today. Because the greatest investment you will ever make is the one you make in yourself. Overcoming obstacles on the path to self-improvement. Working harder on yourself than on your job sounds inspiring, but it's not without its challenges. Growth isn't a straight line, and obstacles will come your way. But how you respond to those obstacles defines your journey and your success. First, understand that obstacles are inevitable. No one grows without facing setbacks, failures, or moments of doubt. It's part of the process. What separates those who succeed from those who quit is the mindset they adopt when challenges arise. When you hit a wall, remind yourself that this is a test of your commitment to yourself, your resolve to become better. The key is not to avoid obstacles, but to learn how to navigate through them. One common obstacle is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown can freeze you in place. But working harder on yourself means confronting fear head on. Fear often feels like a warning sign, but in reality it's a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and into growth. Instead of letting fear stop you, let it fuel you. Use it as a signal that you're on the right path. Break down what scares you into smaller steps. Take one step at a time. Celebrate the courage it takes to move forward, even if it's uncomfortable. Another major obstacle is distraction. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from social media to endless notifications and the pressure to always be on. If you want to work harder on yourself, you need to guard your focus fiercely. Create boundaries around your time and energy. Decide what deserves your attention and what doesn't. This might mean turning off your phone for a set time each day, saying no to social events that drain you, or limiting activities that don't support your growth. Remember, every minute spent distracted is a minute lost from your self-improvement journey. Procrastination is another enemy you'll face. The habit of putting things off can sabotage even the best intentions. The solution? Start before you feel ready. Motivation often comes after action, not before it. Don't wait for the perfect moment or perfect conditions. Take imperfect action daily. Progress, not perfection, should be your goal. There will also be days when you feel overwhelmed or burned out. Self-improvement is a marathon, not a sprint. It's okay to rest, recharge, and reset. But make sure your breaks are intentional, not an excuse to give up. Reflect on what you've learned, adjust your plan if needed, and then get back to work with renewed energy. Lastly, surround yourself with support. Negative people or environments can drain your willpower and confidence. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities who inspire and challenge you. Remember, Working harder on yourself means being your own biggest supporter. Speak kindly to yourself. Replace doubt with encouragement. When you face obstacles, remind yourself why you started and the vision you have for your life. The path of self-improvement is full of obstacles, but it's also full of opportunities. Every challenge you overcome is a step closer to the best version of yourself. So stand tall when obstacles come. Face them with courage, discipline, and a relentless commitment to your growth. Because the reward is not just success in your job, but a richer, fuller life where you thrive in every area. A lifelong journey of self-improvement. As we come to the final part of this message, remember this. Working harder on yourself than on your job is not a one-time effort. It's a lifelong journey. A commitment to continuous growth, learning, and evolution. The world is constantly changing, and so are you. The skills, mindset, and habits that serve you today may not be enough tomorrow. That's why self-improvement is ongoing. It requires persistence, patience, and the willingness to adapt. Think of yourself as a masterpiece in progress. Each day is a new chance to add detail, polish rough edges, and build on your strengths. When you dedicate time to yourself, you build resilience, the strength to bounce back from setbacks, to innovate, and to lead a fulfilling life. This journey demands self-awareness. Take time regularly to reflect on who you are, where you want to go, and what might be holding you back. Journaling, meditation, or simply quiet moments of thought can deepen this awareness. Ask yourself tough questions. Am I living my values? Am I growing as a person? What habits do I need to change? What new skills do I want to learn? Being honest with yourself fuels real progress. Also, celebrate your wins, big or small. Too often we focus only on what's next and forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Every step forward is proof that your hard work on yourself is paying off. Celebrate those moments to boost your confidence and motivation. Another essential part of this lifelong journey is embracing change. Change is uncomfortable but necessary. You need to leave behind old beliefs, toxic habits, or relationships that no longer serve you. That can be tough, but it's necessary for growth. Remember, growth feels uncomfortable because you're moving beyond your comfort zone. It's in that discomfort that transformation happens. So, welcome change as a friend, not a foe. Investing in yourself also means prioritizing your health, mental, emotional, and physical. Without your health, no amount of professional success will feel satisfying. Nourish your body with good food, exercise, and enough rest. Take care of your mind with positive inputs, learning, and mindfulness, and nurture your emotions by building strong, supportive relationships. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth. Seek mentors who inspire you, friends who uplift you, and communities where you belong. When you grow, those around you grow too, creating a positive ripple effect. Above all, be kind to yourself. Growth is not about being perfect, it's about being better than you were yesterday. You will stumble, make mistakes, and sometimes feel discouraged. That's normal. What matters is that you keep moving forward with compassion for yourself. So my challenge to you is this. Start today, right now, to work harder on yourself than on your job. Because when you grow personally, everything else in your life improves. Your career, your relationships, your happiness. Success built on self-growth is deeper and more lasting. It's a success that no one can take away from you. Your job may change, the world may change, but your commitment to yourself, your growth, your dreams, that's your true power. Work harder on yourself. Invest in your mind, body, and soul. Keep learning, keep evolving, keep pushing forward. Because the best project you will ever work on is you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the close of this message, I want you to pause and truly absorb what we've discussed today. You've heard the wake-up call. That your job, your position, your paycheck, while important, are temporary. They can change, shift, or even disappear. But the person you are, the person you are becoming, is the one constant in your life. That is your real, unshakable asset. Working harder on yourself than you do on your job is not just a strategy, it's a lifestyle. It's the commitment to daily growth, to pushing beyond comfort, to embracing challenge and change as the fuel that propels you forward. This journey of self-investment is the most rewarding path you can take because it empowers you to build resilience, develop a winning mindset, and create opportunities that a paycheck alone could never provide. Think about the difference it would make to wake up every day feeling confident, prepared, and ready to face whatever comes your way. Imagine how much stronger you would feel knowing that no matter what happens in your career, your skills, your mindset, and your character are constantly evolving, making you unstoppable. Remember, growth rarely happens in grand gestures. It's the small, consistent steps, the habits you build and maintain that lead to profound transformation. Whether it's reading a page of a book each day, exercising for just 20 minutes, practicing mindfulness, or reflecting on your goals, these actions compound over time, and this compounding effect is what separates those who merely survive from those who thrive. Stepping outside your comfort zone may be uncomfortable at first. It may challenge your fears and doubts, but it's exactly in those moments of discomfort that true growth occurs. You owe it to yourself to face those fears head on, to embrace the unknown, and to take bold action toward your fullest potential. This is your life, your legacy. No job title or paycheck can define your worth. Only you can shape who you are becoming. So I challenge you. Starting today, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Prioritize your growth, nurture your talents, and strengthen your character. The world is waiting for the best version of you, a version that's confident, capable, and ready to make an impact beyond the boundaries of any office or job description. So, take the first step. Make the decision to invest in you, because when you do, everything else will follow. Remember these words. Your job is temporary, your growth is permanent. Your comfort zone is safe, but your dreams lie beyond it. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job, and watch your life transform. Thank you for listening. Now, go out there and become the person you were always meant to be.